GTA 6 is easily the most anticipated game of all time, and analysts predict it could hit $1 billion in just pre-orders alone. But you know what? Most fans have no idea just how advanced this game is going to be. Rockstar has reportedly poured over $1 billion into its development, maybe even two, with specialized teams working on everything from next-gen water physics to a revolutionary AI-powered animation system, and even fully explorable interiors. Yet, despite all that, some insiders claim GTA 6 won't be groundbreaking, and honestly, that couldn't be further from the truth. So let's talk facts. We all know that the gap, or the technological leap, whatever you want to call it, between GTA 4 and GTA 5 wasn't that huge. Sure, GTA 5 gave us a bigger world, more weapons, more vehicles, and even multiple protagonists. But when you really break it down, some would argue that GTA 4 actually did a lot of things better in terms of realism. And honestly, a lot of the features Rockstar developed for GTA 4 were just repurposed for GTA 5. Take the euphoria of ragdoll physics, for example. Some might even call it a downgrade in GTA 5 compared to 4. But hey, on the bright side, at least we didn't have to wait a whole decade to get our hands on GTA 5. That being said, it's not like technology wasn't advancing after GTA 4. It definitely was. It's just that the jump from GTA 4 to GTA 5 didn't feel that crazy. And honestly, the same might be true for GTA 6. Of course, we can expect a bigger, more detailed world and better graphics, especially since GTA 6 is only coming to the latest gen consoles like the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. But here's what a lot of people are missing. GTA 6 has been in development way longer than most previous GTA games, and it's not like Rockstar has been sitting around doing nothing all this time. Sure, there were reports that development got rebooted after RDR2's release in 2018 or even 2019, but you know what that means? Rockstar could be using everything they learned and developed from RDR2 to make GTA 6 an even bigger thing. Just like how RDR2 was a massive step up from GTA 5 in many ways. RDR2's world felt so much more believable, realistic, and alive. You could walk into buildings with people doing their own things, NPCs actually had routines and lived beyond just filling up the world, and the animals were probably the most detailed and realistic we've ever seen in a video game. Plus, the world actually evolved over time, new settlements popped up, railways got built, and things changed as time passed. So it's pretty likely that Rockstar is going to repurpose a lot of that tech while also introducing some game-changing new features. And honestly, they've already teased a lot of this in the first GTA 6 trailer, and most people just didn't notice. I mean, take the NPCs for example. What's the first thing you notice in the trailer? Probably groups of people actually interacting like real friends, tourists hanging out, having conversations on the walk, and probably the fact that they all have different body types from skinny to fat and a mix of different races and styles. It's a small detail, but it hints at a much deeper, more realistic world. But what you might not have noticed is how every NPC in this scene is doing something totally different from the others, except for these creepy ones in the background. They all have unique animations, even the way they walk is different based on their body type and weight. Check out this moment from the trailer where two gangsters shake hands. I mean, look at the details here. It feels so lifelike. You might be thinking, dude, they did it just to make the trailer look cool. But this is Rockstar. They don't do things for no reason. In fact, there was a report that talked about how Rockstar is working on creating more accurate hand animations using some high-end mocap technology. But it doesn't end there. There's another patent called System and Method for Virtual Character Locomotion, which is like a fancy way of saying they're using AI to make animations feel way more natural. Instead of just looping pre-made animations like walking, sitting, shooting, or talking, the system will dynamically combine them based on what's happening in the game. For example, if your character is being shot at and know they can't outgun the enemy, they will instinctively cover their head with their arms while you're running for cover. And if you shoot an NPC in the leg, they will actually start limping, shifting weight to their other leg, and if you shoot them in the arm, they will start clutching the wound with their other hand to try and stop the bleeding. But it goes even deeper than that. In GTA 6, character animations will also change based on their mood, the weather condition, and even their energy levels. Like if they're angry or drunk, it will show from their walking style, which means NPCs will feel way more alive than ever before. And it's not just pedestrians. The cops are also getting smarter too. The 2022 leaks already gave us pretty good insights of how law enforcement works in GTA 6, and you can tell that they are way smarter than before. Unlike in previous games where cops would just go full Terminator mode the second they saw you, these cops actually try to de-escalate situations and avoid unnecessary civilian casualties. specialties. They also take cover better and move more strategically when surrounding a crime scene instead of just rushing in like a bunch of crazies. What's even better is that the cops are not omnipresent anymore. Someone has to actually call them in, and once they do, it takes time for them to arrive at the crime scene, giving players a chance to escape before things get messy. Remember the scene from the trailer where Jason and Lucy flee the crime scene and pass a cop car on the way? If you look closely, it seems like the cops don't immediately know who committed the crime unless they have a description of you or your vehicle. That means you might actually be able to get away with a crime if no one knows how you look or what car you used to flee. In one of the leaked robbery scenes, right as Lucy and Jason are about to flee the diner, a message pops up saying that the cops have a full description of their vehicle. This means NPCs can actually report the car you're driving and maybe even your facial description to the cops. And according to this awesome GTA 6 document that compiles all the leaks, you might be able to use masks to hide your identity. That's insane. I mean, it basically lets you pull off heists in a more realistic way, like parking your getaway car far from the crime scene, switching outfits to avoid being recognized, and probably even ditching weapons before getting searched, because apparently the DUIs are also going to be a thing in GTA 6. Also, reports suggest that almost 70% of the buildings in GTA 6 will be enterable, which is insane if true. We've already seen in leaks and trailers how Lucy and Jason can walk into shops, diners, and even nightclubs that look ridiculously detailed. And these places aren't just empty set pieces like in older GTA games. They're filled with interactable objects too. You can steal money, food, and who knows what else. But you know what? Rockstar isn't handcrafting interiors for every single building. According to a new patent, they're using AI to generate realistic interiors, and this system combines different assets like doors, floors, ceilings, furniture, and even decor items based on the type of building it is. If it's an old rundown shop, expect worn out furniture and traditional designs. If it's a 5-star hotel, you will see modern decor and spotless rooms. Even abandoned warehouses or cottages will have interiors that match their condition. Of course, that doesn't mean that every room in a massive apartment complex will be fully explorable. I mean, that's not even realistic in real life. And just like in RDR2, players will be able to walk right into buildings seamlessly, like no loading screens or anything. And it's not just you, the NPCs can also enter and exit buildings naturally, which is something that previous GTA games missed out on. And they will do much more than just stand around in there. They will actually interact with the environment, like ordering food at a diner, watching TV, spending some cash in nightclubs, or just chilling with friends, while also keeping an eye on their surroundings, calling the cops if they suspect anything criminal, and so on. But you know what would be even cooler? Burglaries. Being able to break into houses like we did back in GTA San Andreas, sneaking in, stealing valuables, and making a clean getaway without the owner knowing. That was so dope back then, and honestly, I would love to see make a comeback in GTA 6. The tech improvements don't stop there. In fact, there is another insane patent called System and Method for Virtual Navigation, and this one is seriously exciting, you guys. According to this patent, GTA 6 NPC drivers will feel way more believable, like they won't drive like some robots following a set path. Instead, they will have situational awareness while driving around. They will react to accidents or unusual events around them, like that one NPC we saw in the trailer recording on their phone while driving, or this guy who's slowing down and sticking their head out the window to check out a car crash. Plus, they will also adjust their speed based on where they are. They will drive cautiously in crowded neighborhoods, but speed up on freeways and open roads. And unlike past GTA games, even in GTA 5, NPCs would sometimes drive straight into obstacles, like rocks and stuff. It's because they were following these invisible nodes without having real-time situational awareness. In GTA 6, they will actually try to escape danger in a more believable way, like taking alternate routes or even making a wrong turn to save their lives. And if you pay close attention to the beach scene in the trailer, you will notice NPCs actually driving off-road vehicles on the sand, which is pretty sick. In another clip, we also see a group of bikers kinda zigzagging through traffic at an intersection where cars are blocked due to an accident. This suggests that gangs might actually ride together in GTA 6. It could be in bikes or even cars, instead of just walking around as groups of pedestrians like in GTA 5. I can't wait to recreate the Scooter Brothers with my boys. And you know what bother me in GTA 5, NPCs just didn't care when their car got hit. Like no one got out to check for damage or even react realistically. That might finally change in GTA 6 because according to the patent, drivers will have different tempers. So maybe we'll finally get to see some proper road rage where NPCs kinda get out of the car, check for damage, and maybe even throw hands at each other. Please Rockstar, make it happen. Now let's talk about animals, because Rockstar is apparently going all out with the wildlife in GTA 6. We've already seen flamingos flying over the Everglades, alligators casually strolling into backyards and convenience stores, and even a pet iguana is chilling on the street with a homeless guy. Oh, and did you catch the sea turtles, dolphins, and even freaking sharks? I have probably only mentioned like half of the animals from the trailer here, but it does make me wonder if we can actually have pets. We could probably see NPCs walking their dogs around the city, or some random Floridian dude feeding his pet alligator in his backyard. That would be crazy. But guys, we've only just scratched the surface here. There's still plenty I could just go on and on about, but I'm sure you get the idea where Rockstar is going with all these brand new features. So I really believe that we should higher our expectations for GTA 6. It's just gonna be this insane video game we've never played like ever before. Let me know what you guys think about all these new features and what are some of the features that you want to see in GTA 6. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.